What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Robert Ford Sports Minute. I'm in Denver today, and since I'm in Denver, I have to talk about the Colorado Avalanche. They are on a roll, right? Have won 9 straight, best record in the National Hockey League. They're the fastest team on skates. Look, they look like the favorite. Obviously, there's a lot of hockey left to be played, but they clearly look like the favorite. Obviously, they won a championship a few years ago, and it looked like they're right back on that path, right? How about the Winnipeg Jets got shut out on last night, 3-0, right, by the Minnesota Wild. And look, the Jets had the best record in the league last season. Look like they've fallen off slightly. Still have a solid record, but they've fallen off slightly. Let's look at some of these games on tonight. The Philadelphia Flyers at the Tampa Bay Lightning, right? Of course, I'm gonna pick Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is the reason why I have become a hockey fan. When I went to Tampa about 5 years ago, became a Lightning fan. So I'm not gonna pick against the Lightning. I'm picking them at home over the Philadelphia Flyers. Then we got the Detroit Red Wings at the New Jersey Devils. I'm going with the Devils. Both of these teams have improved year over year. I'm going with the Devils there. The Columbus Blue Jackets against the Washington Capitals. Look, I'm not going to pick against Alex Ovechkin, 40 years old. He's the LeBron James of hockey, right? So I'm picking the Capitals and 40-year-old legend Alex Ovechkin. Then you got the Las Vegas Golden Knights at the Utah Mammoth, right? The Mammoth definitely have improved from last year, right? But I'm picking my Golden Knights to win on the road. I think it's the only road team I'm going to pick out of these games on tonight. Ottawa Senators at the LA Kings. I'm going with the LA Kings, right? At home in that one. Let's move over to some women's college basketball. UConn, the defending national champions, are looking strong yet again. They got Sarah Strong, no pun intended, in the paint, and Ozzie Fudd. That 1-2 punch is one of the best in the country. They're 6-0 to start the season, and they're definitely a Final Four contender this year yet again. Let's talk about some college football, and we'll wrap up here. Obviously, the updated college football playoff rankings will come out on tomorrow night on ESPN, so you definitely want to check that out. I don't expect any major changes, right? Ohio State will still be #1, right? And they're loaded. A lot of NFL talent on that roster, particularly their defense. Julian Sain at the quarterback position has gotten better game after game this season. We know about those wide receivers that they have, and Jeremiah Smith and Cornell Tate, right? So they're going to be strong and a tough out. Indiana's probably got the best quarterback in the country, most accurate passer in the country, and Fernando Mendoza, right? Texas A&M, Marcel Reed, dual threat at the quarterback position. He's getting better and better, and they're physical in the line of scrimmage, both offensively and defensively. Georgia seems to be getting better as the season goes along. They're #4. Texas Tech, this is the physical Texas Tech team, right? Not your mama and daddy's finesse Texas Tech. This is a physical team. Texas Tech's #5. Ole Miss is #6, right? And look, there's a lot of questions about Ole Miss. Is Lane Kiffin even going to be coaching them in the playoffs this year, right? So he may be at LSU, he may be at Florida, he may stay at Ole Miss through the playoffs. It's going to be a weird situation. We'll probably have more on this weekend, right? And then you have Oregon at #7. Definitely an impressive win over USC this past weekend. Oklahoma, #8. This is a Brent Venables defense, right? This is what he's been waiting for since he's got to Oklahoma, and he's finally got the defense that he's wanted. At #9, Notre Dame. Not sure if I agree with him at #9. I think Alabama should be ahead of them, even though I hate Alabama, right? You can be shooting marbles, it can be basket weaving. I'm rooting against Alabama. But Notre Dame will be #9. Alabama will be #10. Miami for now will be 11-11. This will be an interesting situation too, because they may not even be playing for their conference championship. And then #12, Tulane. Hopefully my Green Wave. The only bright spot we got in New Orleans, the way the Saints and the Pelicans are looking right now. But Tulane is #12. If they win out, looks like they will be in. It's not going to be easy. I think they'll beat Charlotte, but then their conference championship game won't be easy. But hopefully they can pull it out. Let's look at a couple of these matchups. I'll be having some college football predictions the rest of the week, but I'm going to give you 3 right now, right? Georgia on the road against Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech struggling over the last few weeks, right? So I'm going to go with Georgia. These two teams heading in different directions. I think Georgia Tech is declining. Georgia is on the rise right now. I'm going to go with Georgia on the road, even though I'm pulling for Georgia Tech. I'm going to go Georgia on the road in this one. Ole Miss on the road at Mississippi State, the Egg Bowl. I'm picking Lane Kiffin. This might be his last game as the Ole Miss head coach. I'm picking them to go on the road and beat Mississippi State. And Texas A&M on the road against Texas. I think this is going to be a heck of a football game. Arch Manning has played a lot better in the last 3 out of 4 weeks. But I'm going to go A&M on the road and finish the regular season undefeated in this matchup. So I'm picking all 3 road games right there, all 3 road teams, I should say. Georgia, Texas A&M, and of course, Ole Miss. I have some more predictions throughout the week, so stay tuned. All right, everyone. Y'all have an amazing rest of the week. Be blessed, everyone.